Robert Lustig is back on his bullshit. Before we get into this, I gotta say, I have been on Diary of a CEO, and I love Stephen Bartlett. And so it upsets me when people are on his show and they say things that simply aren't true. I've already debunked Lustig a number of times. I'll get to that later. But let's just see what he has to say about Alzheimer's disease.
People say, oh, Alzheimer's is genetic. Garbage. That genetic component is only 5%.
Wrong. Late onset Alzheimer's is estimated to be 60 to 80% heritable. Early onset Alzheimer's is 100% heritable. And what increases your risk drastically is having copies of the ApoE gene. Having one copy of the ApoE gene increases your risk 3 to 4-fold. Having 2 copies of the ApoE gene increases your risk 10 to 15-fold. That is genetic. And again, we know from large twin studies that it is 60 to 80% heritable. So where did he get this 5% number? Watson, take it away. But Dr. Norton, where did he get 5%? Elementary, my dear Watson. He kind of made that up. There is a 5% number that aligns with Alzheimer's research. It is that 5% or less of all Alzheimer's cases are early onset Alzheimer's. But early onset Alzheimer's is 100% heritable. Late onset is 60 to 80% due to genetics.
A paper just came out showing that sweetener consumption correlates with dementia, and we think we know why.
Lustig hates non-caloric sweeteners. He hates them. This is, again, what he made up lies about in his appearance on the Huberman podcast. So yes, there was recently a study that showed an increased risk of dementia in people who consume greater amounts of non-nutritive sweeteners. This is a correlation, not causation. People who consume more non-nutritive sweeteners are more likely to have lower overall diet quality. They are more likely to be obese. They are more likely to have type 2 diabetes. They are more likely to have dementia and Alzheimer's. But in the human randomized controlled trials, why do we see the opposite thing? So when they give non-nutritive sweeteners in place of regular sugar, people lose weight, their metabolic health improves. That's opposite. Well, this is what we call reverse causation. Once you control for the overall diet quality, the energy intake, for the fact that these people were obese to begin with, you can completely explain the increased risk of dementia and Alzheimer's. He's not a big fan of me. He said, I would disassemble Lane Norton limb from limb. I believe what you meant was disassemble. I really hope you're not talking about a physical confrontation. And if we're talking about a debate, any time